Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Outside the Fire. I am your host, Krazee J. And as you know, if you've been here pretty much in the last 2 weeks, if you've seen me at all, we are focusing on the competitors for America's Belt in the Zest Fest, going to be held in Dallas next weekend. That 1 week from today. My next guest is the current belt holder of the America's Belt for winning very recently. And here we have to travel halfway back across the United States from where he was before, which isn't as far for him. But anyway, my next guest also gets credit for the wonderful intro that I have been playing over the last 2 weeks. So thank you very much. Let's give this man a big round of applause and welcome Jayson "Bat Pants" Hairrell.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
What's up, Krazee J?
How are you?
I'm good, dude.
Good. Oh, we got plenty of people on. Last time we did this, I wore like 18 pairs of sunglasses and you won. So,
hey, I got Zach Goose sunglasses.
Oh, he said you can have those as long as he has that belt. That's what he said. I heard him say. All right. So obviously we are here because you are the current belt holder and you have been reinvited to defend that title.
That's right.
Awesome. At the Zest Fest coming up in Dallas, which is much closer to you than you traveled last time for that to get the belt. Yeah.
It's cool. It's a little bit easier. I got some stressful stuff stacked up on top of it, but man, at least it's right here in my backyard.
Yes. Well, as I have with all of them, thank you for squeezing me in for this segment. Last time we did about an hour. This time I'm only begging 30 minutes of your time, approximately. Nothing crazy. You are my last of 14 competitors that I have to interview. Yes, which means this one has got to be it.
Yeah. Until next time.
Until the next time. Yes. Now,
then we do it all over again.
So if you're sad about not seeing me on a regular basis with the interviews, I guess I'll have to do more challenges myself in between. Did you see me knock over those cups earlier? What was that? I don't know. Anyway, obviously, let's go ahead and get down to business. Again, thank you for your time. I know you're busy. You are, of course, the current belt holder, and has it gotten lighter to carry around the longer you've had it, or what?
Man, I don't know. It's a little bit of the opposite. I don't know. I've kind of taken a little bit of a break from social media just because I got too much attention at one time. I was like, man, I'm gonna slow down a bit. So I haven't been as active. I hadn't really gotten to train as much as I'd like, but I'm packing. I am now. I'm on top of So it's happening.
Very cool.
I'm getting excited, man. With the closer the day gets here, the more the more I'm going and getting excited for it. So yeah, at first it was kind of the wheels kind of rusty, getting to roll, but it's picking up speed again. I'm ready to see these guys.
Awesome. Very cool. So obviously I have interviewed you before, so I don't want to be too redundant with the questions. So these are going to ask about since your last, I know, but I want people to watch me more.
It's all fun to me, dude.
No, I know. And you're not as nervous this time. Last time you were nervous and I don't know why.
Oh, I'm nervous, dude. My hands.
Shh. I was trying to give you that boost of confidence. Come on now. You got to roll with it sometimes.
It's all good.
Yes. Anyway, so like I said, we're here and you're busy. So is there any time to necessarily prepare for you this time? Or
there hasn't been, man. My wife and I are going on a vacation that we should have taken almost 3 years ago, and I've been working like a crap load of overtime at work. So 10-day shifts, 12-day shifts, things like that. And not 12-day, not quite that, but it's been 10-day was the biggest one. Yeah. So I only really train when I'm off work because I work on helicopters.
Right.
I can't take a chance of having calf cramps and having my mind, somewhere else. I need to stay focused on my work. So on my days off, which has been few and far between here lately, it's another, that's kind of put a damper on my training. But man, I get it in when I can.
Right.
And so far, I think I'm still up to where I was. I've at least kept a level playing field in my end.
Yeah.
And
cool job. Sorry. I'm posting comments.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a cool job. I think so too.
It
I
is
know
cool.
they works all around the clock to make sure helicopters fly properly, make sure they're full of fluids, and make sure all the wires are attached.
Inspections
Yep.
constantly.
And rightfully so. I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah, we got to keep people safe,
For sure. So, I get that. Yeah, you are one of 14 competitors, and there's a lot of heavy hitters. Not that there weren't last time, but we talked about this before. How surprised were you when it was you and Ruthie on those last two, and you're like, man, how much longer is she gonna go?
Honestly, I can't even believe I got the damn thing. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the last like 4 or 5 people, and then somebody else dropped out, and then it was just me and Ruthie, and I'm like, oh man, she's gonna pull that UK Chili Queen power from within, man. She's gonna cry it out. She's gonna push through, and I'm like, there's no way I'm winning this. There's no way I'm winning this.
Right.
And when she gave up, I was like, no freaking way. I had to. If you watch the video, dude, you look around, and I'm like, well, I'm looking around.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? And then you see the look. I was like,
yeah, you did. You looked very much like a kid that just won a prize.
I was surprised, man. I didn't know how I had come that far and pushed myself that hard, and that really proved to me that hey, maybe I can compete with some of these guys like the Robot and Mike Jack and Farmer J and all those guys. So,
and they're all gonna be there this time.
They were all rock stars when to me, and still are. And I thought they were untouchables. And man, it's like I'm going to be sitting next to these guys. I'm still tripping on it. I can't get over it.
Yes. And like I mentioned in my last interview with the Atomic Menace, if I would have done that interview that I just did with him a year ago, there's no way I'd have got through it off the general starstruck that I would have been. You know what I mean? Because he is a big deal. And many of the other people, like I mentioned before, the first time I ever seen Jif sit in on one of my live challenges, I couldn't even get through. I couldn't even talk anymore. And and everybody knows Jif is the biggest, most generous individual. Just
he is.
Everybody,
he really
everybody
is.
really, everybody really is.
I love that big man.
Yeah, and I mean the Chili community in general, man. It's just a loving community, and every one of those people you'll be sitting up there with are still your friends, which is really cool.
It was crazy when we all showed up in San Diego, and it was the very first night, and I've been up like 36 hours because we were chasing airplanes and doing all kinds of stuff to get there. But when I walked in and I started seeing the first few people roll up, I'm like, it was just like, hey, how you been? Like I feel like I've known every single one of them. I knew every single one of them forever.
Yes.
It was like we were just coming back together, just, family meetup, little reunion. And it was like, it just felt like I always knew them. There was not one person that was like bullheaded or egotistical or any of that stuff. It was really, man, it was like family.
Yes.
And that felt really good.
Yeah.
It blew me away.
Everyone has been able to say that, which I think speaks volumes for the type of people that you're going to be with, because even though you're competing against them, you're also cheering for them at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like it almost, although there is a prize, it almost doesn't matter who wins, because you just want to see somebody feel what that's like,
Yeah.
But again, couple things I didn't get to ask you before, since we've sat down a few times and interviewed, but I have asked this a few times in these interviews. What is your favorite smell and why?
Not to sound cheesy, but I like roses,
Cool.
smell good.
Very cool.
My wife smells pretty good. I like her. I like her because he's my wife. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's cool. That, like I said, I know that's a little bit of an odd question.
I'm going to get laid tonight.
Hey, whatever helps. Anyway,
she's in there watching right now. I know she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe."
Yeah, she's out there, and I know her face is turning red right now, isn't she? You know it. You already know it. But no, I always said that these interviews are a little harder for me because, like I said, I have interviewed you at least once, actually twice now. But it's still cool to get to know you and kind of see where you've been since then. And like I said, I know you're busy, but you are still looking to give it your all and retake that belt, obviously, or you wouldn't be
absolutely,
going.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah. So have you done much as far as challenges or the pods? Have you been what
I have
is
my
your
own
way of
regimen.
training at
My
this
wife
point?
is force feeding me pods. Every time she walks through the living room, she's like, "Here, eat a pod, eat a pod, eat a
Yes.
pod." And I'm like, "Stop, no." Okay, give it to me. And then the other half has been really just tincture. Um, got like surrounded by like all these bottles.
Yes.
But that's it worked for me last time, and I'm hoping it works for me this time too.
Right.
Just punish my gut with pods and tincture until it can't take anymore.
Have you discovered any new
And there it
pods?
is.
There it is. Hey, that's cool because a couple people have already said make him eat a pod right away at the very beginning. There he goes. Have you discovered any new pods that you have been receiving and that you have grown a liking to? Is there any pods that you've recently received that you just really like, or is it still the same stuff you've liked before?
I got some from the Silver Creek pepper company,
Mhm.
and I can't remember what the names were. It was like Halloween or Hallows Eve or something like that. Kind of a skinnier pepper, purple in color with some orange in it.
Mhm.
And it surprised me because I bit into it and it had like a real fruity, nice taste. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is a good pod, man." And then like 20 seconds later, boom, hit hard with floral, man. I was like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?" And
Yeah.
then it commenced to light my ass up. I was like, "Holy crap, that is hot." I wish I don't have the list, but it was a really cool pepper, man. It was
Nice.
really pretty to look at. I hadn't seen that one before.
And you're again, just to remind us, what is your favorite way to get that burn feeling that you're seeking? There's the sauce, tincture, the pods, challenges. How is your favorite way to get that
Favorite,
burn?
I'm sorry, say favorite way to what?
To get that burn, to feel the heat. Is you like the fresh pods, the sauces, the tincture? What's your favorite way of achieving of that?
I like pods, man.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I love sauce. I put sauce all over everything. But
Yes.
sometimes, I mean, at first, I didn't really like them. And now I'm like, man, pods are where it's at.
Do you think over the time that you've been doing really into this type of thing, do you find it easier to deal with even an unexpected heat because you know that what things are capable of over time and you know how your body reacts? Or do you kind of get panicky now that you know how you react and the heat goes higher than you think?
Um, I pretty much know what to expect.
Okay.
And I mean, you get surprised every now and then, but you're like, okay, and you're like, but you're already expecting that too. You're like, okay, this is going to go, you expect it to go good, right?
Right.
But you know that it could always go bad. So you got to kind of have a backup plan for your backup plan for your backup
Yeah.
plan.
Yes. And
Um,
and if you, yeah, that was just a question somebody asked me that I work with. They said, "Hey, ask some of these people like that do this on a regular basis if the heat if it causes them kind of more of an issue or if they just kind of are able to ride it out better mentally."
just ride it out, man.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's sometimes, I mean, you just, you just get caught off guard, maybe it's something different you ate or whatever, because the initial heat, like So whether it's sauce, tincture, peppers, whatever, I mean, it's always going to burn here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always surprised by what happens down here. So maybe you went well last time,
Right.
but for some reason, so you try to recreate that, and then sometimes it just doesn't turn out as planned.
For sure. For sure. Yep. And so have you changed anything, or is there anything you prefer to do to prepare yourself, or are you taking a different approach for this pepper contest for preparation than you did last time, or same thing? What are we looking at?
No, man, I'm really hoping just lightning strikes twice.
Okay.
I feel like I did what I had to do for the last competition, and I'm going to try to stay with exactly what I did last time.
Right.
And that's
And you felt good during it?
Burn more, burn often, push hard.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. If you start getting lax and not doing hardly anything for a day or two, it'll catch up to you quick.
Mm-hmm. And do you think when you did the last one, do you think you met the aftercare right, or did you even have any major issues afterwards with the amount of positive?
I didn't have any issues until 8 hours after the competition.
Right.
It was about midnight, and then I started getting. It started like, I don't know, almost like it was like the peppers were just sitting on top of whatever was in my stomach.
Yeah.
And I started getting some indigestion, and it started cramping a bit, and then man, it made me sick. So at midnight, 12:30 at night, I was hanging out with some friends from the contest.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I got to go. I got to go right now. So I walked off from the sitting area and went off, man, and tried to find a restroom to purge.
Right.
I didn't make it.
Did
not make it. It was a hotel shrubbery that I found. Nice. So I watered it for them.
Yeah. And you know what? Being in hotels, I'm sure that's not the first time they've been watered one way or another.
Yeah. Super hot, like magma throw up. Yeah.
Very cool. No,
that was a lot of peppers we ate at that competition. It was quite a stack, man.
It was.
I was very surprised that I didn't have anything. No cramps, no nothing until much later.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. That's great.
No, I would be too.
But nothing debilitating, like nothing put me down. Like after I had my little bout with the bushes, I mean, afterwards I was right back at the party, like, hey, let's chill, man. Cool. All good. Yeah. They like, you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good now.
Yeah. Makes good fertilizer.
It does, man. Yosh.
Yosh, yes. Of course, Yosh is a fellow competitor, so her spy, whatever he's doing, and I'm telling you, there's 14 people this time, and some of them you sat next to before, but all of them are heavy hitters, and you already know that, so I find it difficult, to figure out which person I think is going to win. Last time I had an idea, and I'll be honest, it wasn't you. But I have a very, very difficult time picking this time.
I would have bet on any other person there besides me.
Yeah, it was, but just as we know, everybody has a chance, or they wouldn't have been invited in the first place. You know what I mean? There's every person up there was invited by the League of Fire to attend, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't just sign up and let's hope you do well. It wasn't something just like that. Said they're going around recruiting people off the street. So, has there been anything recently that's just kind of put you out? Like you said, I know you've been working busy, but have you done any like extreme burns or any extreme challenges lately that we need to know about? Or
no challenges.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm so boring, Krazee J.
No, don't be.
I haven't, man. I haven't. No. I'm sitting on a bunch. What did I do? Well, you know what? I did actually. I went and I visited the Texas hotspot,
right,
on at Zach Goot's house. Got to go inside the studio, and he brought me a one of the one chip challenges, the blue one.
Nice.
Charcoal blue hole.
Nice.
And we knocked that out. Not a big deal. Oh yeah. I got some more too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I know, like I said, I know you've been busy, and I haven't even had a chance to really communicate with you much. So I don't even
Yeah.
have much background to go by for this. But as you know, where I get is if you have anything at this point that you would like to share, or a plug, or somebody you would like to thank, or whatever, this is your chance to kind of do that. Free plug, promote yourself, whatever you want to do.
Um, you caught me when I'm speechless. I guess I just want to thank my friends and family for telling me that I can do this.
Yeah,
Um, it's I just if I told myself for a long time it was like there's no way, there's no way, there's no way, and then all of a sudden, you know, they pushed me enough where I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then okay, I'm going to win, and I'm like, I
right.
won, and I'm getting more support now. I do want to plug somebody. Um, I want to plug Heath Thompson from
Okay.
Cat Crew. He has been hooking me up, dude, with pods, like boxes. He's really been like helping me out quite a bit. I mean, I'm not getting them for free, but we're working out deals behind the scenes. And man, he just
Sure.
like as soon as I say, okay, I need a box, it's next day. It's on its
Awesome.
way. He goes, no problem, brother. I got you.
Awesome.
So he's a great grower. This pod I just had
Hmm.
was grown by Heath. He's picking every day, man. So if you guys want to check it out and maybe pick some up, Heath Thompson, great guy.
Very cool. There he is, right there.
That's my
um.
dude, man. I love that guy. I really
Yeah.
do. He's a great guy. He's a great human being. It's amazing how generous he is.
So, were you surprised at how quickly they decided to move on making the next competition the League of Fire from the last one? Were you surprised that it was that quick, or did you expect it to kind of keep moving so that it's not sitting
Yeah,
dormant?
man. Honestly, I was a little burnt by that. Um, I thought I didn't realize that it was going to move so fast. I thought I was going to have time to recoup and actually enjoy my belt for a little bit before I had to go fight for it again. Mike Jack before me, he had a year to figure things out, and I was like, wham, blindsided. I'm like, holy crap! Okay, I'm doing this again. Can I
Yeah.
do it? Will work let me do it? Oh crap! It's happening on the same weekend as my vacation that I already paid a few $1,000s for,
Oh
and I
wow.
can't cancel. And I'm like, oh, dude, okay, well, it's happening the day before I'm supposed to depart on my trip. So it was like, crap, crap, crap. And now, man, you don't, dude, I'm going to go, I'm going to compete Saturday. After the competition, I'm going to race back to my house. I'm going to load up my car, and my wife and I are going to get in the car. We're going to drive 6 hours to Galveston,
Yes.
where we're going to chill for a few hours, and then we're going to board a cruise ship in the morning. So it's going to, man, this is going to suck for me. It's like, I'm going to have to stay up on a massive amount of hours again with the hurting belly, and to not know when I can get into my room so I can go to sleep.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just it's a rat race for sure. It's crazy,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. I mean, if I'm able to do it, I'm going to do it. If I can't, I was just going to have to surrender the belt. As much as I'd hate to do that, man.
Yeah.
And Paul Oro he was like, no, Bat Pants, don't do that, man. Don't send it in. He goes, we'll see what we can do, because originally I was thinking it was going to be on Sunday,
Yeah.
the last day of the festival, where you would think the primetime stuff happens. And Paul was like, Paul is so great, man. Paul and Shahina, they were
Right.
like, okay, wait, just let us see what we can do. And then Paul messaged me back next day, and he's like, okay, we got it for Friday. I'm like, yeah, man.
Nice.
All
Nice.
right. So,
Very cool.
but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bitter at first because I thought I was going to put my belt back, send it in, and not be able to fight for it. But
Mhm.
it worked out, man. That's just how it goes.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of territory to cover for the America's belt. And I know they want to
Yeah.
give everybody the opportunity regionally and stuff that can to attend, because traveling all the time everywhere is not easy. And like obviously we
Oh,
know Mike
right.
Jack has faced that as well. So, it
He
every
had the
person
same
there,
situation. He had to return the belt because him and his wife had planned a trip to Italy. It was
right.
like, oh man, that was almost me. I felt bad, dude.
Yeah.
But it's all working out. I know this is kind of new territory for League of Fire, so I'm just going with the punches. If it's destined to happen, I'm going to be there.
Right.
If it's not in my cards, and I'll have to sit it out, but I'll be back to get it.
That's what I figured. I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
If this happens to be something that you not just lose, but would have to ever give up, you would consider competing again as much as you can
Oh,
handle?
100%, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
I got my stink on that belt, man. That's mine. Keeping that.
Nice, very cool. Well, if you do win it, you would be the first America's belt defender for that thing. And the Atomic Menace, everybody seems to already be clearing space for that thing, but you don't have space anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
I had to hang on the wall over here.
Yeah, but that's cool. It's cool.
I can take it.
And I just asked you before we went live what your favorite color is. So ironically, I just found out that red is your favorite.
Yeah, I love red.
And is that why it's your favorite color? Or have you always liked red?
No, I've always liked red.
Yeah, I figured. I was just goofing with you. Yeah, it's like I said, it's really cool that everybody has the opportunity to do this, and that so many people are making the chance, and the League of Fire is starting to spread their love. Like I said, it's a worldwide organization, and everybody in the world has a chance to be part of it, and they have belts for various regions in the world. And we here the America's belt, we got Canada and the US and a lot of land mass to cover. So
congrats,
there's a lot of
Greg Barlow down under. He won the new the League of Fire Oceania belt.
Yeah. So, and I was gonna try to reach out and try to interview some of those people, but man, that'd be nonstop. There would be no way I could keep up with everybody. No way.
Hey man, you never know. It seems to be a great guy from the little bit of interaction I've had with Greg.
Yeah.
So it's very possible. I'm willing to admit, or willing to say, he'd probably jump on your show at 100%.
Yeah. Like I said, even if we just interviewed like some of the winners here and there, so we don't have
to. Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. But of course, I appreciate your time as always. And do need to know though, what animal do you identify with the most, and why? There's an animal that you identify
with. What animal?
I only do this
to people that I've the first thing is that comes to mind is a dog. So
I like that though. I like that. I'm okay with
it. I'm loyal, but I can be fierce, I don't know.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So again, I really thank you for your time. I think you're awesome, and I like it.
Dude, I think you're awesome. I really do. I think you're great. I think you're doing a fantastic job on these interviews. I have thoroughly enjoyed every single one. There's a few that I haven't been able to catch it or watch, but I will be going back to watch every second of them.
Yes, and I appreciate that. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that's taking the time to interview with me. And like I said, it does make it harder to ask questions of people that I have interviewed before, just because I don't want it to be redundant for them, especially with me. You know what I mean? But I like to sit down and be casual and kind of see you in your own element, like we did today. We both are very similar.
Yeah, man, this is great.
And goofy and stuff like that. Heath wants to know if you're a housebroke dog or if you're a wild.
I shit on the carpet every now and then. Oh, crap, I cussed. I'm sorry.
It's all good. This is my stream.
No, man, I'm a good dog.
Yeah, that's cool.
Call me Fluffy.
We love you, and I think you'll do very well. A lot of heavy hitters. But what are you looking forward to the most while at the Zest Fest?
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to the most? Final words, final thoughts.
I mean, it's nothing that I hadn't said already, and what everybody else has said. I'm looking forward to meeting all the people, especially the people I haven't met yet. But I mean, I want to win, dude. I'm not going to play. So everybody better lace their shoes up, because it's pack their lunches, because it's going to get serious, man. And this is this is going to be a battle. There's some, like you said, heavy hitters. Like this ain't playing. And it was pretty serious last time, but I think this one's going to be it's going to progress further. They're going to have to do League of Fire is going to have to do something to shut people down, man. I don't know if it's going to be chugs. I don't know what kind of thing what kind of things they're going to throw at us from left field.
So, question: if it comes down to it, I don't know if I want to answer. If I need an answer, if it comes down to it, are you practicing and prepared for a speed round? Let's put it that way.
I am.
Okay.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Because I think it is going to come down to a final.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. But
and I'm not gonna lie, that is a weakness. I grew up a little didn't have a lot of money, so some of my teeth got ripped out of my head when I was a youngin', instead of getting worked on. So and then my later years, I didn't take great care of my teeth. I didn't know I was gonna be eating peppers, so I'm missing a tooth here. I'm missing 3 on this side.
Yeah.
So
chomps.
Yeah, bro. Like it's I can only chew with the left side of my mouth.
Well,
it's speed round. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's probably going to be like chop, hurry up and swallow.
Yeah, that might be the one. That might be the rounds that get you, because you'll be eating full.
And you got it. Yeah, and you can't just like swallow whole peppers, man. You gotta chew them up. You got to show the judges that you're chewing. You can't just inhale them like Molly Schuyler,
Yeah, she's amazing, as we mentioned before in our interviews. She's amazing to watch. A volume eater, and she's only this big of a person. She's a very cool person.
I know. I watched her eat that 72-ounce steak from the steakhouse out in Colorado. Was it Colorado? Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, again, I think you'll do very well. I wish every one of you all the best of luck, and I wish you the best of luck. And like I said, you could be the first defender of the belt. So good luck, and we'll see you soon. Stay crazy, please. Well, there you have it. That wraps up 14 wonderful interviews with the competitors that will be participating in the Zest Fest League of Fire, or the League of Fire belt match at the Zest Fest in Dallas. And that's coming up next weekend. And every one of those competitors has a great chance to win. I thank every one of you for sticking with me through these interviews and watching. Hopefully you were able to gain a little bit of knowledge about some of these people, just kind of see how they operate, and the free conversation. None of these were really scripted. Last time I had a big list of stuff and went through, but none of these interviews were scripted. Most of them, were just casual conversation. There was not much heads up with what the questions were going to be. And it makes it more natural, and you can see what type of people they are. As you see, this is a great community, and I thank every one of you for your time. You all are awesome. Stay crazy, and I will see you soon. So